What's up, cultivators? It's your girl Jasmine J, and me and the CCN team are out here doing a CC Go live at TEDxThirdWard. Let me tell y'all, do, dare, dream. That's what it's all about. That's what we believe at CCN. So stay tuned. Watch us talk to some attendees, the speakers, and organizers of this great event. Tune in. All right, y'all, we're here with another phenomenal speaker here for TEDxThirdWard, Miss Gina Carroll. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to hear the stories. So what moved you to want to speak here on the stage today?
So I'm obsessed with TED and TEDx talks. I feel like I've seen them all. I'm really excited to be a part of this inaugural talk for Third Ward, and so it's really a special time and a special group. I feel like I have a pressing message about why we should all write and share our stories, and so I'm happy to share that today.
So the theme for today is Do, Dare, Dream. How does that resonate with you?
Oh my gosh, I felt like when I saw the theme for the talk, I was like, this is the one. Because telling your life stories is an act of bravery.
Yes.
And so many people want to do it, but they find that when they sit down to do it, they get stuck.
Yes.
One, because writing is hard, but also because you have to dare to put yourself out there.
For sure.
And sort of go on the record. So I feel like my theme is very much aligned with the overall theme for the talk.
Okay, so I want to ask you a few questions as it relates to your work, because I did research.
Okay.
And so do you mind telling us what you do for work?
Absolutely not. So by day, I am in charge of personnel for my family business. I have an oil and gas company. So I'm the HR person. I run a high school internship.
Wow.
And direct human resources. My side hustle, what I call it,
I know that's right,
is that I help people get their stories written. So I have a writing services business that helps people get their books written. I edit, and I'm a writer myself.
I love that. So when it comes to dream, what's your vision for the future of work where both employees and companies can thrive when you come from an HR perspective?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. I think companies really have to shift to being people focused.
Yes, ma'am.
I think the only way to keep people in your company is to be employer focused, as I say, and that means a lot.
Definitely.
That's an overall, how do we take care of each other? How do we encourage folks to show up? How is the mental state and the physical state? Like, how can we as a company make sure we're all good?
I love that. I love those. So I have one more question, and I feel like this is so important because I too have a background in HR, and I feel like you have to be focused on the person, person-centered actually. So when it comes to storytelling, how important is storytelling when it comes to HR?
Oh my gosh. It's the perfect kind of combination.
Right.
Everybody has a story. When you're bringing someone on, you want to know their story. And you've got to be good at telling your story.
Absolutely.
You've got to know what your strengths are. You've got to know what your brand is. And you've got to be able to put it in story form. As I'll say in my talk, our brains like to receive information in story form.
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
designed that way. And so the more you can cultivate that skill of telling your story, the better you'll be at hiring, the better you'll be at finding your place within a company.
Yes, ma'am.
All of that.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Where can the people find you or get more information on you?
GinaCarroll.com.
There you have it.
There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, y'all, it's Jasmine J back here with another amazing speaker, Miss J. Collier. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, thank you.
Yes, so what moved you to want to speak on the TEDxThirdWard stage today?
You know, I have gone through a lot of things in my life that added value and helped me find myself. And if I can help anyone shortcut some of the harder things and get straight to the good stuff, I'd love to do that. So hopefully this talk reaches the person who is trying to figure out how to get back to themselves, how to find joy as themselves. And that's really why I'm here today.
Okay, I love that. Mm-hmm. So what was that journey like preparing for your talk today?
Oh my gosh, it's been, it has been a journey. That's the right word. I mean, we have excellent coaches here that help us refine our talks, but I spent a lot of time with M. Washington. She looked at my speech. She helped me cut and edit down.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love that.
And she helped me punch up the parts that she felt like really resonated. And so it was just getting the words right so that they would connect, and then getting comfortable being in front of the crowd. So yeah.
I love that. So today's theme, Do Dare Dream, how does that resonate with you, and how does that resonate with your story?
Oh my gosh, it is so perfect for my story. Everything that I am is a dream that I dare to chase down.
Yes, I definitely
even if I didn't see anyone in front of me who had done it before. And so I talk a little bit about being one of the 2% of Black women in the U.S. who are attorneys and what that journey was like. And I just feel like when you take the leap and you get there, it's also your responsibility to reach back and lift others.
Absolutely.
And help them. And so Do Dare Dream is like right on the nail on the head for what I'm talking about today.
Definitely. When I first saw that they were doing the TEDxThirdWard and that was the theme, that's when I reached out and was like, I want to be a part. I want to interview the panelists. I want to interview the speakers, because Do Dare Dream just speaks so much volume. So I definitely can relate to that. So speaking of dare, what's the boldest decision you ever made, and how did it shape who you are today?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. You know what, this is probably not the answer you're looking for, but I think the boldest decision I ever made was taking the leap to get married to my now husband.
Oh, yes.
It seems silly, but the person you choose to share your life with will make or break you.
Right, it's one of the most important decisions.
They'll either help you chase your dreams or they will kill your dreams. And so it's a big deal. Marriage is really important to me, and just actually jumping out and doing that actually changed the course of my life. So shout out Jamal. Definitely.
I know, that's right. I love it. Black love.
Definitely leveled me up and made me able to chase dreams that I never thought I'd be able to achieve.
We love it. We love it. So when it comes to dream, if you had no limits, no barriers, what impact would you want to make on the world?
Wow. I mean, let me politically correctly answer this one. I think that if I could do anything I want, I would restore civil discourse and like a sense of community and humanity in our country. I feel like it's missing right now.
Yes,
everything's
sure.
very sort of adversarial, and it's me versus everyone. And I really wish we could come back to a place where I am my brother's keeper.
Absolutely.
I care about my neighbor. What happens, it doesn't have to happen to me for it to matter to me,
sure.
right? And I would love to see us get back to that type of community. So if I had a magic wand, that's where we would be.
Got it. Great. So my last question for you is, what do you want people to take away from your story today, your talk?
I want people to take away that you are enough. Your value, your intellect, your creativity, that's enough. That's enough for you to go out and follow your dreams and get what you want. You don't have to pretend to be anyone else. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to try to blend in. In fact, sticking out is the best way to get where you're going. And so that's what I would say.
So how can people connect with you or get more information?
Sure. If you want to follow me, I am on Instagram at Birdhouse Publishing. That's the name of my publishing house. That's pretty much the only place I am. On Threads, if you want to go on Threads. And it's Birdhouse Publishing there as well.
Well, from me to you, you look beautiful.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to hearing your talk, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're here at TEDxThirdWard, and I am back to speak with another amazing speaker. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Absolutely not. My name is Aarti Vasudevan, and I'm super excited to be at the inaugural event of TEDxThirdWard.
I love that. So what moved you to want to speak on the stage today?
I am a cybersecurity professional with two of my kids spending a lot of time online. I talk a lot about cyber ethics and empowering kids to self-protect in the digital space. Because I believe with just strict rules and surveillance, kids are not going to listen.
Yes.
They're going to do things behind our back anyway. So I always believe that it's our responsibility to raise the next generation of ethical digital citizens. And I'm super honored to have the opportunity to share my insights to the world.
I love that. So the theme for today is Do Dare Dream. How does that resonate with you, your work, and your story?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned earlier, as a mom of 2 young kids, I dream of a world where kids can feel confident to navigate in the digital world instead of being scared by like hackers and predators. So I decided to dare. I wrote a children's book on cybersecurity, and I conduct a lot of workshops to educate kids to self-protect online. And I am here to encourage you to also join me in the mission so we can do the work to make that world a reality.
I love that. We definitely have to do the work for our youth. So when it comes to do, what is one action you took that significantly changed the course of your journey or your career?
I think writing the book and creating an interactive game for kids to test their cybersecurity knowledge, I think that helped because my kids were involved and I created 2 characters after them, some more characters which are artificially intelligent, animal robot pals with superpowers. So I feel this really got me close to kids and to explain concepts, difficult, complex, cyber complex in their eye level.
Yes.
So I was able to connect a lot with them and it just, gives me a lot of joy.
Thank you. Thank you for that work because I do believe that's important. And I'm a mother of 3 and cyber, the internet, all of those things.
Scary.
This is needed. Yes, for sure. So when it comes to dream, if you had no limits, no barriers, what impact would you want to make on the world?
I want to make sure every kid who's growing needs to know that they need to be ethical online. Just like we teach them about integrity, protecting one another, being kind to one another, just like the empathy, they need to practice digital empathy and cyber ethics. So that's really my dream. I dream of a world where everyone treats everyone kindly in the real world, physical world, and the virtual world.
I love that. I love that. So what was it like your experience preparing for your talk today?
It was nerve-wracking, to say the least. But I will say Durrel and the team, the TEDxThirdWard team, did great. We had the awesome speaker coach, and each speaker has such an inspiring story. So we had a close group, and we were able to share each other's thoughts and some ideas on how to prepare. And after preparing the talk for like 60 times now, I'm ready to be done with it.
I understand that. So where can people reach you or get more information about you and what you do?
Yes, my name is Aarti Vasudevan again, and my website and the name of my book is Cyberama, Cyberama. And in addition to the book, the website has a lot of free resources like coloring books, comics for kids, and an interactive game for them to test their cybersecurity knowledge.
Well, again, thank you for your work. Good luck out there, and we're looking forward to hearing it.
Thank you so much. Nice meeting you all.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, y'all, it's Jasmine J, and we're still here at TEDxThirdWard, and I have another opportunity to speak to an amazing speaker today, Mr. Win Tom Griggs. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you? Thank you for that kind introduction, Jasmine. I appreciate you so much.
Of course, no problem. How you feeling?
Feeling good. I'm a professional speaker, so this is really nice to do this. I'm not bragging. It's nice to be in a flow where you've done things enough times where it's like, just work your way through it.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to everyone else, and also looking forward to encouraging my fellow speakers, because in it, we're all in it together, and that's how we're going to win it. So
definitely, I love that. So the theme for today, do, dare, dream. How does that resonate with you, your work, and your talk?
So what we're looking at for me is I focus on what I call reflective resilience. Everyone knows resilience is that ability to bounce back from adversity and challenge. Yes. But how many of us find ourselves constantly doing the same things? You have a moment of struggle, so you have your style. But does that help you? Have you considered maybe changing how you do things? Because sometimes the way we deal with stress adds to the stress.
Yes, very much.
So I'm just encouraging people in these very challenging times that we're in, which I get, maybe adjusting to something different, a different approach, being softer, being a little more proactive. But one of the things that you're going to hear a lot about today is community, because we're going to get through this stuff together.
Yes, absolutely. For sure. Community is what we're all about. That's the name of our network is Community Cultivation Network, because that's what we're about, coming together as a community. So when it comes to dream, what do you want people to walk away with from your talk that resonates with them as far as dreaming big, dreaming past what they see already?
I'll lay a little line out for you from the talk.
Okay.
Cover it, but it's good. I just want people to dream about a life where they can better manage the challenging stuff. You can't dream of a life where you have no challenge or you have no difficulty. No such thing exists, right?
Definitely.
So do that. Dare about taking a chance on yourself. Sometimes the things that's going to require you to be happy require you to go against what you've been brought up with, doing things differently, family and cultural norms. And finally, do believe in your happiness and put your well-being and happiness first, because we need it. A lot of people are getting unhealthier and drained from all the stuff that's going on.
Yes,
and
it's
so,
draining.
Yes, ma'am. And it hurts your mind, your body, and your spirit.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, I know exactly what I want to ask you. So you say you're a professional speaker.
Yes,
there are a lot of young people out there that watch TED, that are inspired by entrepreneurs, inspired by community leaders. What would be your advice to those young people?
Depends on what your area is, but I always tell people, do your homework. All education is not formal.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of mentoring. There's a lot of formal education, taking courses. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, know your basics, your ABCs of your business. Marketing, management, finance, those things. I was a college professor for many years and I taught business. My doctorate degree is in education, so I understand the importance of learning and having good information, good pedagogy, and also good curriculum. So don't be afraid to put your time in. It's going to be difficult. Do not chase every shiny object. And this is one of those sad realities. Everyone who smiles is not your friend.
That's
and
a
everyone
fact.
who puts their arm around you doesn't have your best interest at heart.
For sure.
But that takes time. You're going to get burned. You're going to make some mistakes. Don't lose faith. Don't lose hope. Learn. That's part of the whole notion of reflective resilience is, what did I learn from this experience? As opposed to, I'm mad, so I'm going to walk away. No.
Right.
Sometimes you take a break, but don't give up on what you do. Don't give up on yourself and your dream. It matters more than you ever realize. And I think we need more of that. So.
Thank you for that. I feel like you were speaking directly to me. So I received that. I received that. So how can people connect with you, learn more from you?
Sure. My website is N like Nancy, T like Tom, last name Griggs, GRIGGS.com. My company is Lead Connect Grow LLC. I'm doing some changes, but I'm focusing more on the resilience piece now. So people, if they go, they'll see that it's going to be under construction, but happy to connect with people both virtually and in person. And however I can be of service and give back to everyone, I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come and speak with us over here at CCN. Good
Pleasure.
luck out there, and we're
Thank you
looking
so
forward
much.
to hearing your talk.
It was a pleasure. Thank you, Ms. Jasmine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank y'all.
All right, we're here at TEDx Third Ward, and I have another amazing opportunity to speak to one of the amazing speakers, Dr. Amber Gunner. How you doing today?
I am wonderful.
How you feeling?
It's feeling like a dream come true.
I love that.
I know for many, I'm sure we work in our careers and do the things that we do in hopes of being able to share our message out
For
on
sure.
the stage like this. I'm actually from Third Ward,
Okay.
so to be able to do a TEDx in my part of Houston is amazing.
It is.
Yeah,
Congratulations. I'm
thank
happy
you.
for you,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Thank you.
So, before I go into my questions, what was it like preparing for today?
Whew. I'm a little bit of a high achiever,
Okay.
so I'll say that. I had been practicing running through it, on the Stairmaster, doing it all. And I joke and say, regrettably, I performed it in front of my mom.
She was like, oh, yes,
When
good,
I
let's
tell
work
you,
on it.
she ripped it apart.
Right.
But from the best place possible.
Yes.
Because she said, Amber, I know you, you're funny, you joke, and that version you did was not you. So
right.
if nothing else, and it stuck with me, she said, we need to see your personality.
Definitely. Shout out to moms
So,
for that.
I know. As much as we try to not listen to what they have to say, they be right.
Yep, that'd be right. So, do dare dream. How does that resonate with you, your work, and your story?
Absolutely. I'll say this, that when we encounter our valleys or our hard moments in life, oftentimes we don't know why we are going through what we're experiencing. And in my talk, it's centered on asking for the help that you need.
Ooh, that's good.
And for
that's
so
good.
many of us, it's hard. It's really hard to do. And I was facing a crisis. And it was really life or death, depending on me asking for the help that I needed.
Yes, ma'am.
So when we look at the do, the dare, and the dream, it's like I know the things that I want to accomplish in life and what success is going to look and feel like. And sometimes it's going to require us to do the things that are uncomfortable.
For sure.
And for me, that looked like asking for help and really being amazed at how many people were able to support me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We live in a time where we have connections and likes and followers, but we don't necessarily need that many people when it comes down to asking for the help that we need in our everyday life.
Definitely.
So really just kind of being able to learn and understand that, I think really kind of fits into how we can dare and dream within our community.
For sure. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So can you take some time to just tell us a little bit about your work, what you do?
Sure. So I'm a workplace wellness consultant. I support employees and corporations in decreasing burnout through community, through connection.
Oh,
and
yes.
so we talk about how can I not have to take take all of this on my own? What are the resources? Burnout deals with having excessive stress.
Yes.
And what I tell people is that your community, your connections are a resource.
Yes.
But one of those roadblocks is asking for help.
I love it. It's all coming together. So speaking of, talking about dream, if burnout and workplace disconnection were no longer issues, what kind of world would we create?
We would be surrounded by a community. It would look like everybody just filling in to help in the gaps.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
It would look like people not having to figure out, how are my kids gonna eat? How am I gonna get the medication and things that I need?
Yeah.
Because community would be there to pick it up.
And those things will be taken care of.
They would be taken care of.
I want a world like this.
We on our way.
Okay,
We
I
on our
love
way.
that. So what's one action every leader can take today to create a more connected and resilient workplace?
One thing that every leader is gonna need to do, like I talk about, once they identify what their needs are, they want to start looking at their community people and seeing whose strength can I tap into for that. It's a really simple fix. If I know what my needs are and I know who's in my community and what their strengths are, I just have to match that. A lot of times we'll ask one person for help in everything, and that may not be their strength.
Right.
So leaders model for their employees what it looks like to ask for help. But the other part of that is ensuring that you're asking somebody for help based on their strength. And they're gonna be happy to do it.
Yes. Oh, that's so true. You're speaking to us today. So I have one last question.
Yeah.
I'm a big youth advocate.
Yes.
I'm for the youth. So for all the young people out there that look at leaders like us, community
Yes.
organizers like us, what would be your advice to them?
Is to not stop dreaming.
Yes.
And one thing I'll share about my personal story is that I am a Gates Millennium Scholar. So I came from a low socioeconomic in Third Ward, and I had visions to go to college. And it took one scholarship for me to get my bachelor's, my master's, and my doctorate degree paid for.
Wow.
But I was so focused, and I knew what my dreams were, and nothing was going to stop me from that. So.
We're going to rewind and play that twice in the edit. So how can people connect with you or learn more about you?
Absolutely. If you are on LinkedIn, you can find me at Dr. Amber Gunner, on Instagram as well at Dr. Amber Gunner, or you can visit my website, www.ambergunner.com.
Well, you look gorgeous. Good luck out there, and we're excited to hear your talk.
Thank you.
As you know, we are here at TEDxThirdWard, and I have another amazing opportunity to speak to one of the amazing speakers who will be doing a talk today, Miss Tiffany Vaughn. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well. How you feeling?
I'm feeling fired up and ready to go.
You ready to go? So what was it like preparing for your talk today?
Well, it was exciting, nervous,
Yes.
exhilarating, scary. So
All the
all the things. Yeah, but today I stand certain that I'm prepared and
Yes.
ready and just willing to serve the audience and know that our messages, all of our messages, are really going to impact some lives.
Definitely, definitely. So when it comes to Do Dare Dream, how does that resonate with you, your work, and your story?
Yeah, my whole life is about daring,
Yes.
right? Like truth or dare, I'm gonna pick the dare every time. I left a 6-figure corporate job in 2004 to open my own Allstate agency, where the guaranteed income was $17 an hour. Yeah, that's what my mama did. She's like, this girl's
I understand
crazy.
though, I definitely do.
And I was like, I wanted to just be free. I had a dream. My grandfather was an entrepreneur. I had a dream that I could do it too. And I wanted to not just make income, but have impacts with my income. And so, yeah, that's what Dare Dream Do means to me.
Y'all, she telling my story. It's almost like she telling my exact story. So I'm so glad to be speaking and connecting with you. Yeah. So what is one action you took, which you just kind of talked about, that significantly changed the course of your journey or career?
Yeah, so that was probably just my first jump, but I've made many.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes people think like doing means ascending, but sometimes the doing is letting go. So
now you talking.
Some of the things I've done is to leave a marriage after being married for 20 years.
Girl,
hard, right? But I think it's made us both better people.
Yes,
and
for
we
sure.
tend to just grow in different directions, but we're
sure.
so used to holding on so tightly that we don't give ourselves an opportunity to reimagine what success can really mean.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. So when it comes to Dare, what's the boldest decision you ever made, and how did it shape who you are today?
So my divorce story is like
It's a story.
It's a big part of my life, and I think, you know, just being willing to take that jump without concern, but choosing myself first.
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
the scariest thing I've ever done, especially as a mom. You have this mom guilt. You didn't get married to get divorced. You
Right.
wonder how it's going to affect your children. But really, I knew that the best thing that I could do as a mom was to ensure
That you would.
my peace, my joy, and my happiness.
Yes, ma'am.
Because when women do that, everybody else wins.
Love that. So my last question for you, when it comes to dream, if you had no limits, no barriers, what impact would you want to make on the world?
So it's actually the work that I'm doing right now. My work revolves around emotional intelligence. You always talk about getting good grades or making a whole lot of money, but it's that emotional intelligence, the ability to feel our feelings, not be ashamed of them.
Yes.
I say, like, the shortest verse in the Bible is Jesus wept, but people are always like, I can't cry, I gotta be strong, I gotta be this. So when it comes to dream, it's just the ability for us to unapologetically reimagine what success means time and time again.
So how do people connect with you? How do they learn more about you?
Yeah, so I am on Instagram and Facebook, Tiffany Yvonne. And then on LinkedIn is where I spend most of my time. And it's also Tiffany Yvonne, but it has my formal last name, Gratton, on there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Good luck out there, and we're looking forward to your talk.
That's it. I love it. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's Jasmine J, still reporting live here from TEDx Third Ward. Super excited about all the speakers I've been speaking to, and now I have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Ed Pettit. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling ready to get this done.
I know that's right.
Yep.
So what was it like preparing for your talk today?
Well, it was a very short time between when we did our applications to when we got selected to doing the interviews. And so I'm very busy. I work a couple part-time, full-time jobs. And so squeezing this in was a lot, but it was a great experience because I learned a lot in the process.
I love that. I love that. So can you take the time to tell us a little bit about your work? What you do?
Yeah, so I am a graduate research assistant at Texas Southern University. I work with the Bullard Center for Environmental and Climate Justice. I have the honor of working with Dr. Robert Bullard, known as the father of environmental justice, and one of the projects I'm working on is creating community solar microgrids.
Wow, what is that?
That's a great question. So a microgrid is a self-sustaining energy system. It can include solar and wind energy, but it also includes on-site battery storage. So it can generate, store, and distribute its own energy. And when the larger grid has a problem, like during Hurricane Beryl or when we had the freeze during Winter Storm Uri and the larger grid goes down, that microgrid can stay on, whether it's a campus microgrid at TSU or a community microgrid at CUNY Homes, or you can even network those microgrids together and they'll keep each other's power on when that larger grid goes down.
That's amazing, and that is so needed.
Yes.
Absolutely. So do dare dream. That's the thing for today. How does that resonate with you, your work, and your talk that you'll be doing today?
Well, for me and for the staff at the Bullard Center, this isn't just about energy. It's not just about infrastructure. It's about making sure that people can live with dignity, that they can survive, and that we have resilience.
Yes.
Unfortunately, lower income communities and communities of color like Third Ward, they're the first to lose power and the last for it to be returned. And what we saw at Hurricane Beryl was that 40 people died in the greater Houston area. Wow. Over a dozen of those were due to heat-related illnesses because people couldn't keep on their fans and they had no power. And most of those deaths happened in black and brown low-income neighborhoods. And so for us, this is a fight for survival, a fight for dignity, and it's a fight we have to win.
Definitely. So I have a specific question when it comes to DARE. You challenge traditional urban planning models. What's one bold solution we need to implement now?
So right now we need to start with rooftop solar. So what we can do is we can start with rooftop solar, then you can add in the battery component, and then eventually you can start networking with your neighbors or with critical facilities like hospitals and schools and community centers. I think we also need to focus on our heating and cooling centers.
Yes.
So right now, we only have a few community centers in Houston that are equipped to keep the power on during outages, whether that's generators or solar. So we need to focus on those community centers, get them set up with their own little mini microgrids so they can have a generator or solar and storage so that residents know they can go there when their neighborhood goes dark.
This is great information. Thank you so much for sharing. So when it comes to dream, if you could design the perfect city for the future, what would it look like?
So we imagine a city where no senior loses their life from heat exposure during a storm, where no family has to worry about prolonged power outages, and where everyone has access to clean, affordable, and reliable energy as the norm and not as a privilege. And so to do that, we need to start with our critical facilities. We need to start with our learning institutions, and HBCUs like TSU, they're uniquely situated to be leading this because they are already in these neighborhoods that have the highest energy burden, that have the most outages.
Yes.
They also have built up the trust with the community over these decades to implement these community-led solutions, and they have the workforce development, so they can train the next generation of solar installers, energy analysts, grid engineers. And so we need to start working with those universities and HBCUs in other states and communities and help them to get their own campus up and running on a microgrid, and then work with their neighbors to get a community microgrid up and running.
So how can people connect with you to get more information, to learn more about the work that you do?
You can go to www.bullardcenter.org and you can find out about all the initiatives that we have at TSU. And you can also look me up on social media at Pettit. I'm working as a graduate research assistant. I can connect you to the rest of the team, and we'd love to work with you.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So thank you for the work that you're
Thank you.
doing. It's so important. And good luck out there, and we're looking forward to your talk.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Hey y'all, it's Jasmine J, and we are still reporting live here from TEDxThirdWard, and I have the pleasure of speaking to another speaker, and I'm so excited to learn more about what he does. Mr. Tyrone Void, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, feeling good.
So why was it important for you to be on the stage today?
Man, there's something that I feel like needs to be shared.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that the TEDx opportunity came across, and I actually didn't make the original 10 finalists. So I was one of the people's choices. And so I believe that was just confirmation that I'm supposed to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So do, dare, dream. How does that resonate with you, your work, and your talk?
Yeah, so what I do is I work with trainers that go and talk to parents, coaches, and athletes around youth sports organization, trying to make it a positive experience. So sports changed my life.
Yes.
I mean, and being a coach even furthered that mission. And so my talk about the do, dare, dream is actually to understand that what you go through in life is just an experience for the next thing.
Yes.
So no experience is truly new. We can sit, think about, I've been here before.
Right.
Maybe not in this particular task, but in this field.
Yes.
And so I have a life experience to draw on.
Love that, love that. So when it comes to do, what is one action that you took that significantly changed the course of your journey or your career?
I got out of myself. So I realized
that's a word right there, Tyrone.
So I realized that the things that I'm doing is not necessarily for me, but it's for me.
Yes.
So if the more I give in leadership, I learned that leadership is extreme service.
Yes.
And so
selfless act.
That's right. And so you can't even do it for the thanks because the payoff is just you being a better person.
Yes.
So my talk surrounds fatherhood initially, and there was no greater teacher of that than being a dad.
Yes.
And so understanding that he don't even know to tell you thank you, but you still got to do the thing.
Yes.
And it's not really about you. It's about understanding that this person is going to be in the world at some point and is going to have their own family tree, and you have to make sure that experience with you produces the fruits that you want.
Definitely. So Dare, what is the boldest decision you ever made, and how did it shape who you are today?
So the boldest decision I ever made recently, my life has kind of been like a lot of bold decisions that I can't even really explain to you. But I think the boldest decision I ever made was just to walk away from education so that I can have a larger, I don't really count my impact. I don't, say, hey, I did 3 kids. And it was more like I move how the Spirit tells me.
Yes.
And I just, my spirit was bothered at the time. And since I've left, the first year, look,
It's rough. Trust me, I understand.
But since then, there's been confirmation after confirmation,
yes,
that it's been the right thing. And so daring is kind of the only thing I know, because I didn't really have any guidance, you know, to get to this point.
Definitely. And when you get all those confirmation, it just shows you that God has you working in your purpose.
That's right.
For sure.
That's right.
So dream, if you had no limits, no barriers, what impact would you want to make on the world?
I would want people to know who they are, more than anything, and understanding that your place in this world, though, you know, minuscule in stature, is enormous.
Yes.
Because you make the world what you want. God puts certain gifts in you that don't even make sense, but blessings don't always have footprints.
That's a fact.
And if it made sense, you wouldn't have to have faith all the time.
Right.
So just understand who you are, then you can find what your purpose is and know that your purpose is not tied to your occupation.
Yeah.
You know, you could be doing a million things, but it's why you're doing it.
Exactly.
Who you are, why you're doing it.
Definitely. So my last question, I'm a big advocate for the youth.
Okay.
And I feel like it's our responsibility to educate them and prepare them for the future. So what would your advice be to young people out there that want to be leaders, want to be fathers, want to be entrepreneurs, want to take that step of faith? What would you advise to them?
So for the youth, I tell them to understand, again, always who you are. Because that'll set the parameters for what you're gonna do and what you ain't gonna do.
Right.
And be okay with whatever comes with that decision. I've only been a man, so I can only speak from that aspect.
Yes.
And so I will say that, you know, manhood isn't a calculated checklist. It's not any sort of metric that you can measure it by. It's just a series of decisions that you make, understanding that every decision comes with another decision that has to be made. So let's make sure that these decisions align with who you say you want to be. And if they don't, it's not the end of the world, but you got to take a step back and say, okay, are my thoughts, are my actions matching what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because the only thing you have in this world, honestly, is the trust that people have in you.
Yes.
And so once you violate that trust, it's difficult to get it back. So stay in your lane, understand what you will and won't do,
right,
and be okay with losing anything that don't align with what you're supposed to be doing.
You're giving a word today, Tyrone. So how can people reach you or get more information?
Me, the easiest thing, Instagram is at TJ Void. Very, very simple. I have children's books as well that are on Amazon. And then Tyrone Void on LinkedIn. And that's probably the easiest way. You could email me, but I probably won't see it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Good luck out there, and we're looking forward to your talk.
Thank you very much.
It's Jasmine J, still here at TEDx Third Ward, speaking to the speakers, the organizers, attendees, and just really spotlighting how amazing this event is for Third Ward. So I have the pleasure of speaking to one of the organizers, Mr. Adonis. How you feeling?
I'm good. Blessed and black, baby. What about you?
Yes, I'm feeling good too. I'm just happy to be here.
Me too.
So how did you get involved with the event?
So basically, I'm Durrel's right-hand man.
Okay.
So Durrel, if you don't know him, I call him a maverick. He does. A lot of people are surprised that we got the TED Talk. I wasn't. Not sounding cocky, but Durrel, whatever he sets his mind to, he does. So I've been knowing Durrel since we've been in my early 20s, so 3 years ago. But now, and we've always worked together on projects and things of that nature. He said that he wanted to do this. He said, do you think we should do it in March or late? I said, let's do it in March.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
And so, yeah, 2 months later, we here.
I love that. So the theme, Do Dare Dream, how did y'all come up with that?
That was the real breed. But we did want to make sure, especially when we titled it TEDxThirdWard, it's not a TED Talk about Third Ward, it's a TED Talk that's happening in Third Ward.
Yes,
but we did want to pay homage to Third Ward, just because there's so much greatness that comes from all over the city of Houston.
Definitely.
And we want to specifically represent Third Ward because we know certain connotations that come with it. And we want to show, again, that black is not only beautiful, business minded, we're so many things. So that's the reason why we did Dream, Dare, Do, because all Houstonians can relate to dream, dare, and then just do it.
Absolutely. All the different speakers I've had the opportunity to speak to so far, they really resonated with that theme.
Absolutely.
So when it's talk about dream, you as one of the organizers, what is your vision for the future of TEDx Third Ward, and how do you hope it will evolve?
My future for TEDx Third Ward is just, of course, for it to get bigger and better.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everything's bigger in Texas. But my main thing is just to give an opportunity for individuals who feel as though that they may not be able to have a seat at the table.
Yes.
This is a prime example. We didn't have to wait for a seat at the table. We took action. So we basically built our own table, and
yep.
if you build it, that will come.
I love it. I love it. So my last question to you,
All right.
what impact do you want the attendees to walk away with?
2 words: adapt and overcome. Adapt the message to your life, overcome it.
Love it, love it. So how can people connect with you, Adonis?
Just hit me up on, what's the website for Third Ward? Oh, yeah,
TEDx Third Ward. Yeah.
TEDx Third Ward, Adonis, Durrel, and Adonis May. That's how you can find me.
All right. Thank you for all the work that
Thank
you're
you,
doing.
sister. Thank y'all.
Absolutely. We're still here at TEDx Third Ward. I have the pleasure and the opportunity of speaking to some of these amazing speakers who are going out there sharing their story and making a great impact. Right now, I have the pleasure of speaking to Miss Jotina Buck. How you feeling?
I'm feeling solid and sure and ready to share.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what was this process like for you preparing for your talk, and why was it so important to be on the stage today?
This process in preparing for my talk, I think in 2 parts. A bit of like nervousness, of course, to take such a big stage, but 2, a lot of ease in knowing that what I am talking about today is a life that I live, and so it's a lifestyle and a way of being, and it's what I do every day. So I believe preparing for my talk has been a reminder to return back to my rest practice and my restorative and grounding practices.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So let's talk about your work. As I did my research, I saw that you were an LPC.
I am.
An educator, yoga, all the things. So tell us a little bit more about your work.
Sure. So I am the owner, founder, and principal practitioner of Root Yoke Wellness. We are Houston's first and only Black, queer, female-owned integrative mental health care practice.
That's right.
And our practice specifically focuses on Black folk and queer folk. And we desire to affirm and ensure that folks have affirming anti-oppressive mental health care and access to restorative practices that are all too often not available to marginalized communities and folks who live on the margins of society.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Do Dare Dream, how does that theme resonate with you, your work, and your talk today?
Yeah, Do Dare Dream. I believe that this work specifically, knowing that like where I live today, which is in Mexico, was born of a dream, right? And it was birthed out of my overdoing, right? And so today in this talk, I'm talking about doing nothing. Right?
That's
and
good.
the power of doing nothing. And so oftentimes we're so concerned with being doers that we aren't always concerned with being beers, right? And I'm looking forward to challenging and daring the audience to get off of the hamster wheel, to pause for a moment, to be outside of those systems that all too often steal our rest from us, and return to this practice of communal rest and care, because that is the portal which we use to heal.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
So when it comes to dream, if you could reimagine how society approaches mental health, what would that look like?
Rooted and grounded in rest, right? Like I believe that that's where it started. If we're reimagining what it looks like to be mentally well, I think we have to engage in the politics of refusal. And that's an outright no. And saying no to a lot of things. I believe mentally we are oftentimes overwhelmed because we're overthinking, we're overdoing, we're overworking, we're overstimulated. And to be mentally well, I believe it means a reclamation, right, of your time, a reclamation of your rest, a reclamation of your power, and most importantly, a reclamation of your mind.
So for me, I'm really, really big on youth, especially when it comes to mental health. So for all of the young people out there who just are dealing with life in the way it is today, what would be your advice to them as far as when it comes to them dealing with their mental health and making sure that they're in a good space?
That's a good one. So I've been talking a lot about attention and intention. And with young people, social media is a really big thing, right? We spend a lot of time on social media, and it has its uses. It is a great tool to support us. But oftentimes, we attend too much to social media. And so if I could say one thing to young people, it would be, do not let them steal your attention. Your attention is the commodity. Reserve that. Create space to lean into your own life, to your real life, right? Beyond electronics in a way that you can attend to yourself and intend well. That's where your power lives. Your power lives in where your intentions are and where your attention is. Your attention is a commodity. Don't let them steal it.
Beautiful. Where can people connect with you and how can they learn more about you?
Sure. People can connect with me at Root Yoke Wellness. That's ROOTYOKE Wellness. And we are Root Yoke Wellness on all platforms. And if you're just interested in what I'm doing in my personal life, you can follow me at jotina.buck on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Good luck out there, and we're looking forward to your talk.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, y'all? It's Jasmine J, and as you know, we are reporting live here at TEDx Third Ward. So excited to be here. So excited to talk to everyone about the impact that this event will have on our community.
Yes, ma'am.
So right now, I have the pleasure of speaking to one of the organizers here, part of the team that's making this all happen. How you feeling, CJ?
I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm actually one of the assistants of Durrel.
Okay, so why is it important for you to be a part of this event?
It's real important for me to be a part of this event because this is a TEDx event. Anything to do with that is just real important.
Yes.
'Cause you know, talking what type of doors can open up, what type of people you can meet or anything like that.
Definitely. So the theme for today, Do Dare Dream, how has that resonated with y'all, the people that's putting this all together and making sure that it's a seamless process for people? Why is that theme so important?
Because it's the thing to move forward with.
Yeah.
It's like the thing they gotta go forward with.
Definitely, definitely. So when it comes to Dream, what is your vision for the future of TEDx Third Ward, and how do you hope it will evolve?
Bring everybody together
Definitely.
as one.
Okay, and Dare, what is the biggest challenge you faced in helping to organize this event, and how did you overcome it?
The biggest challenge was some of the people. The event almost got canceled because it had the way the people go.
Yeah.
So then we pulled everything back together. Durrel put everything back together and made it a better event.
Okay, and Do, what is one key action you personally took to bring this event to life? What is one thing you've done, just you, CJ, done to help bring this event to life?
I did a lot. I helped a lot of people out today. I helped a lot of people out today, and always helping a lot of people out. My job is to help the people out, so I've done a lot of helping out.
I love that. Yeah. So CJ, what do you do for work?
I'm an assistant of Durrel.
Okay, all righty. Well, thank you for taking the time to come speak with me. Congratulations to y'all, because y'all have done it. I'm sure there has been challenges, but here we are.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Hey y'all, my name is Legina Ray, and I'm here with CCN at TEDx Third Ward. And I'm here with one of the organizers. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I love to hear it. All right, so as you know, the theme of TEDx Third Ward is Do, Dare, Dream.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Do, Dare, Dream means to me taking chances, being authentic, and really going against the grain of what we are originally taught as children, is to kind of conform. So this is great for me because it takes guts, it takes tenacity, audacity to do that. So I think that this is actually wonderful.
Absolutely. So when I think of TEDx Houston, particularly for the Third Ward, that's going against the grain. That's the do, that's the dare, that's the dream. So let's talk about challenges. What was one of the biggest challenges in organizing this event? Because it's quality in there.
Yes, I think one of the biggest challenges is communication, getting everybody on the same page, everybody understanding what the mission is, and making sure everybody is invested in the mission. Because if you're not invested, then it's hard for you to be a team member.
Ooh, if you're not invested, it's hard for you to be a team member. And it's hard to share this with the community.
Yes.
So as we say that, what are your hopes for the future of TEDx Third Ward?
My hopes for TEDx Third Ward is to inspire people to dream more, dream bigger, think more, and get out of the box of conformity. So that is what my hope is for TEDx Third Ward.
I see that. And the impact that you feel this quality of a production is going to bring to Houston in general.
Great impact, most definitely. It is a standard or a benchmark for those to come. So I appreciate the hard work that goes into it, but the standard of excellence is amazing. And it's not just Black excellence, it's excellence across the board.
Period.
Yes.
All right, I want you to look in the camera and tell everybody where you're at.
I am at TEDx Third Ward, Houston, Texas.
All right, yes. Hey y'all, my name is Legina Ray, and I'm here with CCN, and we are at TEDx Third Ward. And I'm here with one of the organizers. Very nice to see you.
Nice to see you, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to know first, around the theme of Do, dare, dream. What does that mean to you?
Oh, well, it's, I think I'm walking in that space every day in the work that I do. I work for the AIDS Education and Training Center, so I'm a lot with community. I work on various task forces in the neighborhood, so this is my do and dream and dare.
Okay, I believe you're an usher, right?
Yeah.
So you're ushering people in and keeping everything at pace. So as you're in there, what are one of the actionable things that you're taking away from this TEDx that you're hearing?
So far, I really love the first speaker talking about space for rest and having your rest pods and your rest circles. That meant a lot to me today on Saturday. Spoke to me. I have a do nothing day.
Yeah, rest is one of the things that is a non-negotiable. Rest is a non-negotiable. Okay, so when we're talking about rest, I know there are challenges putting together such an excellent production. So talk about a couple of the challenges and how the team overcame them.
Well, I can say one challenge that was unexpected today. We're in Houston, so we had our rodeo parade. It was at 10 a.m. when volunteers were arriving, so we had to scramble to send out alerts last night for people to plan. So there will always be something that you didn't expect.
There always is. You expect the unexpected. And luckily, you know, I've heard this theme amongst the organizers of communication to make things quality. Yeah. And I love that part of it. So when we're thinking about the future of TEDx Third Ward, what does that look like for you?
I cannot wait. I will be from the ground whenever they start planning it again, which is usually like tomorrow for a year out. So.
All right, I love that. Is there anything else you want people to know that are watching this to know about not only TEDx, not only Third Ward, but the impact you feel like this particular endeavor is taking on for the city?
I think it gives people a space that weren't otherwise created. I think it's really neat to have people here who are not trained professional speakers. They have a voice, they had a story, and they've come here on a stage to share that. So I think that's really powerful.
I think it is too. All right, so I want you to look into the camera, tell people who you are and where you're at today.
Sure. Catherine Fergus, Houston, Texas, at Third Ward TED Talks.
Yay! Hey y'all, my name is Legina Ray and I'm here with CCN at TEDx Third Ward. And I'm here with Moses, one of the interns, one of the organizers, one of the people that is helping make this happen. All right, Moses, what brought you to interning with TEDx Third Ward?
Durrel. He's friends with Adonis. So Adonis knows, he's friends with my friend. So my friend put me on with Adonis and we're working as a group.
Yeah, I love that. So what have you learned since you've been interning?
That Durrel's a hard worker. He don't give up. He wants to go for everything.
Yeah. Do you feel like that work ethic and what you've learned plays into something that you're going to apply to the future?
Yeah, like he has a mindset like never give up and just keep going, no matter what people say.
I love that. If you could tell him one thing right now, look into the camera and tell it to him.
Sure.
Yeah?
You're doing good. I'm proud of you.
Love that. Okay. Really quick, tell everybody who you are and where you're at right now.
I'm with Durrel. I'm at March.
All right, y'all. This is Legina Ray with TEDx Third Ward representing CCN. Peace. Hey y'all, my name is Legina Ray. I'm representing CCN and we are here at TEDx Third Ward. And hot off the stage, I have our youngest speaker today. And I'm so excited to talk to her about her views and dreams of STEM.
Yes.
Or do we say STEAM now?
I think STEAM is more
appropriate.
Appropriate, yeah.
Yes, of the generations. You hear it right here. So let's start with TEDx Third Ward in this theme of do, dare, dream. What do you think of?
I think it's an amazing slogan and it really encapsulates my journey especially. I dreamed of a better world where more kids had access to technology and computer science, and I dared to start researching and start a nonprofit just at 16 years old, which most people normally don't walk up to their parents and are like, hey, can I start a nonprofit organization? But now I do. Now I teach countless students and I educate them in ways that I wish I would have been educated. later when I was younger in life.
You were the epitome of do, dare, dream. I love that. Okay, so when you're talking about parents and being at school and educators, who is somebody that really opened up the doors, made your mindset where you're capable of doing those things?
Yeah, I would definitely say two people. First of all, my first ever computer science teacher, Mrs. Ressweber. I went to St. John Paul II Middle School, and I had just immigrated to the United States from Lagos, Nigeria, and Mrs. Ressweber's class was my first ever computer science class, and it really just opened a world of teaching and educating to me. And I loved the way she engaged with us and the way she made us want to come back learning more. And I would say another person that really inspires me every day is my dad. He made the decision to immigrate his entire family. I have 5 siblings all across the country to the United States, and he just inspires me every day with his selflessness and how caring and kind he is. So,
shout out to the daddy's girls. Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's always important to shout out our educators, because we all know that they are underfunded as humans. Yeah. But that investment in young folks is what changes our world, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. So when we're thinking about doors being opened, and you're the up and coming generation, what are the doors that you hope to open in STEAM for, I don't know, the alphas, and now we have the beta generation?
Yeah. I think just more access to high-paying technological jobs, you know. I say it in my talk, but many young students, especially girls and students of color, they don't see themselves in the field of technology. They see it as something distant, and this is only for the top 1%, only for the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world. But I want to show them that all you need is education and learning, and you can reach a height of technology, and you can get one of these really high-paying jobs just from learning how to code. So,
yes. Okay, put on this brain power that you have. Ready?
Yes.
How are you going to change the world?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I definitely want to go to college. I want to study computer science and education, and I just want to work on creating more educational technological tools that can help introduce the scene and the field to underprivileged students. So for instance, my programming book, Coding Unplugged, introduces coding to students without internet access. I want to touch on more students with either special needs or students that have learning disabilities. So I really just want to change the world by showing kids everywhere around the world that you can learn how to code and you are the future. So.
I love that. Where can we find Coding Unplugged?
So you can find Control Code and Coding Unplugged on www.ctrlcode.org. And from there on, you'll see all our social media websites, Twitter, and you can find Coding Unplugged on our website, but it's also available on Amazon, wherever you search Amazon, but it's Coding Unplugged, an offline guide to Python programming.
All right, well, you make me excited for every generation to come. Now I want you to look in the camera, tell people who you are and where you are today.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Davison, and I am at TEDxThirdWard.
All right, y'all, my name's Legina Ray. Peace. Hey, y'all, my name is Legina Ray, and I'm here representing CCN, and we are at TEDx Third Ward. And I am here interviewing one of the sponsors. Let's go, sponsors.
Hey.
We are the people that make it happen. So I want to know, when you heard of TEDx Third Ward and this theme of do, dare, dream, what did you first think of?
I was really excited about it when I first heard about it, mostly because it's so relatable. When you're trying to do anything big, you have to dream it and it seems impossible, so that alone is a dare. And then actually taking the steps, especially as a business owner, I can relate to that a lot. So taking the steps to do something seems almost even bigger than the dream and the dare, because now you actually have to do it. So I was really excited that he came up with this theme on a personal level, but also the ways in which it can impact the community as a whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, impact to the community is your business, right? Tell us about your business and how it directly aligns with TEDx Third Ward.
Yeah, so I started Tribe Academy, which is a social club for young professionals to make new friends, and it's a non-profit. And the goal here is really to eradicate loneliness because it was declared that we are in a loneliness epidemic. The World Health Organization declared loneliness a global health threat. And so it's very important that people, as we find community, we deepen the relationships in those communities so that we actually have support when we do need things or support other people in the community. So that's where Tribe Academy came from, started here in Houston a couple months ago, and that's the goal, fighting loneliness.
So that is a very bold step, one, to proclamate that you're going to fight loneliness, to support and open a non-for-profit as well as support something like TEDx Third Ward. So what do you hope to see from TEDx Third Ward in the near future and then also in the next couple of years?
That's a great question. In the near future, I'm hoping for more action and a ripple effect of today's conversations and today's talks. So for example, next week we're hosting a conversation lounge with some of the speakers and guests from today so that it doesn't just happen to be an event. It continues to be a conversation and there continues to be action from today's conversations. That's the first goal, short term. And long term, I hope that TEDx continues to inspire people in the community to think out loud and share their thoughts with each other, and then also have events and different things that bring people on a grassroots level to connect with each other and do good for the community.
I hear entrepreneurship in you all day because you talk about the sustainability aspect of what is going on. So when we're talking about TEDx Third Ward, what do we need to tell people that aren't here today and that are missing this event? And let's look directly in the camera for this one.
If you're not here today and you're missing the event, you definitely need to catch the next one, whether it's another TEDx Third Ward or another event around TEDx Third Ward, so you can get plugged in to the huge wave of change that's about to impact the area.
And as I always tell people, show up, show up, show up.
Yes.
That is how you create change. That is how you make your dreams possible. And that is how you give back. Okay, so I want you to look into the camera and tell everybody who you are and where you are today.
Okay, my name is Joyce Chwenkum, founder of Tribe Academy, and I am at TEDx Third Ward.
All right, y'all, Legina Ray here. Peace. Hey, y'all, my name is Legina Ray, and I'm representing CCN, and we're here at TEDx Third Ward, and I'm here with a distinguished attendee. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here too. Yes. So what brings you to Third Ward? Well, TEDx, because I'm like, we're taking over.
Yes.
What's bringing you to TEDx Third Ward?
So I'm originally from Third Ward.
Yeah.
So I'm from here, but my sister is giving a TEDx, Dr. Amber Gunner, so I'm here to support her.
I love that. Support, sisterly, all the things. So when we think about TEDx Third Ward, do, dare, dream is the theme. Where does your brain go when I say do, dare, dream?
It goes to representation, seeing somebody where you want to be. Representation is belonging to me. So if I see somebody that looks like me doing something that I think I want to do or I just want to see, it's a big deal to have that kind of representation, the awareness, the visibility. So do, dare, dream. How will I know? How to do, how to dare, how to dream if I can't see it? So we belong to be in these spaces. So that's how I feel. That's how I took it.
Bars.
No.
Okay, so not only your sisters talk, but while you were sitting in there today, what's something that you want to take that idea and implement it into your life, your career, your future, your community?
Yeah. So the most recent talk when I stepped out was about asking for help, but also your rock bottom moment. Like looking at that rock bottom moment, your perspective of it. Like we all have those down moments, like thinking this could be the next stage to something big. Like not stay in that negative space. It's so hard not to do, but that rock bottom moment, kind of flipping the narrative, asking for help, all of that. That's the community. That's how each talk kind of comes back to community in some way. So that's where it is.
That's Third Ward all day. Community, community, community. I love that. So now what I need you to do is look in the camera, tell people who you are and where you are today.
Okay, where I am today?
Yeah.
I'm in Third Ward. My name is Kai Collins. I'm excited to be here. I'm in Third Ward. All this black, beautiful people, all this love. So I'm where I need to be.
All right, y'all. I'm here with Ty. My name's Legina Ray, and we're at TEDx Third Ward. Peace.
Hey y'all, my name is Legina Ray, and I'm here with CCN, and we're at Third Ward. We're in Third Ward at TEDx Third Ward. All right, hey girl.
How you doing?
I'm well. Thank you so much for interviewing. All right, so when we think about TEDx Third Ward, I want to know where your brain goes with this theme of do, dare, dream.
Oh my goodness. It just opens my entire reality up to the dreaming never stops. Like, we're always dreaming, and TEDx Third Ward is giving people an opportunity to tell what they do, to tell their story, to remind us over and over that we can too do, dare, and dream.
Ooh, I love that. Well, you're a distinguished attendee of this event. So who are you here representing, supporting, wanting to hear?
I'm here to see Miss Chris Wright. She invited me a couple of weeks ago. She called me when she got her call and was super excited. And I was like, I won't miss it for the world. I'll be here. And so really excited to hear her talk about intellectual property, I believe is what she'll be speaking about today. So looking forward to it. And all of the speakers so far have been phenomenal. Phenomenal.
So you haven't yet heard Miss Chris Wright speak?
Not yet.
But you've been in there.
Yes.
So tell me something that you're going to take away, charge forward with, implement in your life, and possibly into the community.
Oh my goodness. Two things. The first one is getting my son ready and prepared for entering this tech world, finding all the opportunities that I can for him, to whether it's coding, whether it's understanding cybersecurity, super huge theme in there. And then the other one is the ability to ask for help, and just how many different ways you can do that, and different ways that you can go about asking for help. So that's what I'm taking away today.
So I haven't had the pleasure of being in there the whole time.
I'm sorry.
But I'm getting it's so good because I'm getting the cliff notes. So I want you to look in the camera and tell the people, Third Ward, Houston, Greater Houston, people that know they could travel in, what they are missing out on with this particular TEDx from the theme of Do, Dare, Dream in the Third Ward. What are they missing?
Oh man, I hate to tell you that you're missing out, but you are missing out. This Do, Dare, and Dream is everything, and it's coming from our communities right here in Third Ward. With so many different stories that are being told to us right now, it is so opportune to be in a space where people are telling their stories of do, daring, and dreaming, and people who look like us and people who share our experiences. So the next time this comes, make sure that you are in the place to be.
And absolutely, it's always so important to hear the perspectives and the stories of other people because it expands your mind and makes you ready to contribute to community.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
So look in the camera, tell everybody who you are and where you're at today.
Awesome. My name is Jasmine Lynch, and I am in Third Ward, Texas.
All right, y'all. Legina Ray right here at TEDx Houston. Peace. Hey y'all, my name is Legina Ray, and I'm here representing CCN, and we're at TEDx Third Ward, and I'm here with one of our distinguished attendees. So I'm so excited to talk with you about what's going on today. So who are you here to see, visit, take things from?
Okay, I am here seeing Jotina Buck. She is an amazing person, an amazing therapist, yoga teacher, and all. So I was actually mentioned in her talk, to my surprise. And I'm just truly grateful and always inspired by her. So I'm here to support her.
Look, I think today has been all about community, and that speaks to community.
Right.
So when we think about TEDx Third Ward and the theme, Do, Dare, Dream, what comes to mind for you?
Woo, that's a loaded question. Do, dare, dream. I think in the landscape of things right now, it just inspires me to get out my dreams. Like, if you listen to good music, get out your dreams is what it really inspires me to do. So
let's run it back one more time. Yeah. All right. So when you think about the theme, do, dare, dream, where does your brain go?
My brain goes to the little mini projects I have in my mind. So right now I am in the midst of actually getting one of those dreams out and showing up every day to do it. And I feel very daring at the same time. So that's where I'm at with that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now next, the inspiration that comes from attending an event like this. A TED Talk. A TED Talk.
A TED
Third
Talk.
Ward.
Third
you put
Ward.
Third Ward, baby. when you put those two things together, you have power, right?
Absolutely.
You've been in the room. What's something that you want to take away, implement, apply to yourself and to your community?
Definitely the aspect of reaching into our community. There's so many people here who do a multitude of things, and everything that we need is already here. So it's just gathering those people to get out their dreams, to dream dare, and also do it and continue doing that work.
I love that. So out of everybody you've heard today, I know you're just taking gems and dropping them. Give me quick gems for all the people that aren't here and need to know why they should be here, why this is important, why it's a movement.
Okay, people need to be here because TEDx, especially in Third Ward, brings together community, it engages people, and it also inspires you to get out your dreams and do the necessary work to uplift us all. So that's my gym, and if you want to go far, don't go alone.
Ooh, yeah. If you want to go far, don't go alone. And I feel like that's something that's said so many different ways.
Yeah.
But it's important.
Very important.
All right, so look in the camera, tell everybody who you are and where you are today.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Jada. I'm at TEDx Third Ward.
That's right, y'all. Legina Ray. Peace. Hey, y'all. My name is Legina Ray, and I'm representing CCN, and we're at TEDx Third Ward. And I'm here with
Professor Justice, a nation with no flag.
All right. So I have to ask you, because you know all Third Ward things, and this is exciting to be here at TEDx Third Ward. So when you think about the theme, do, dare, dream, what comes to mind?
Kind of in the spirit of Zen, do more. What are you doing? You know, and are you daring yourself to do more and to dream bigger? You know, so it's just really focusing, and especially with the times and what's going on with society, what's going on politically, globally, what's happening. I think it's imperative and important for us to really do that, to dare ourselves to dream bigger, and then dare ourselves to do more.
Ooh, that is a lot in a little bit of time, in a really compressed sentence. Because when we think about this particular event, you've been in there, you've heard a lot of powerful talks. What's something that you want to take away and implement directly into your community?
Well, I think that every speaker has something that should be implemented. From talking about taking time for rest and to actually give yourself the time to recuperate and recover mentally and physically from the hardships of life, from the hardships of work, and then the society that we're in. From also taking a perspective of your time to be reflective when you're in situations that are adverse. You know what I'm saying? When you're about to get into a fight, or you think you're about to get into a fight, take some time, reflect, look at yourself, and then think about the person who you're dealing with. And so I think all of these things that the speakers are bringing forth are fantastic tools to bring back to the community, implement, and then improve on.
I love that. TEDx Third Ward, what do we see in the future coming? What do you hope this does for the community?
Well, I hope that it continues on and it continues to influence other members to come and tell their stories, other people to come and hear the stories, and then for us to take these things back and then really implement them, like with the cybersecurity and teaching our children and getting ourselves more into internet and into coding and into cybersecurity and these things which are the wave of the future, which if we do not invest in now, we will have no stock in later.
Yes.
So
I love that. Okay, so I want you to look in the camera and tell everybody who you are and where you're at today.
I'm Professor Justice of Nation with No Flag, and I'm here at TED Talks Third Ward, Midtown Arts Center.
All the things.
Third Ward.
All right, y'all. This is what we do on CCN. My name's Legina Ray. Peace. All right, y'all. Community Cultivation Network just did our thing at Match Theater here in the Third Ward for TEDx Houston. So you saw it, you heard it. Now it's your turn to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Until next time, peace.
Boy, come here. We're doing that. You're getting in the. We're doing a fortro. I want to get it.
Oh, fortro is crazy.
Outro, intro, fortro.
Love it.
Or three-tro. Hey y'all, we are the Executors. We did really good today. Oh, Jasmine dropped something. It was a mic.
Always one.
All right. So we did really good today. TEDx, Third Ward. Y'all know what? This is a historic day. Guess what my last name is?
Ward, right? Ward.
I was meant to be here today.
At the Third Ward.
At the Third Ward. I'm gonna look up and see if I'm a Third Ward.
I'm Third Ward, actually. Hey, from the train, you know, representing.
Anyhow, I'll be the civilization of us all. It was an amazing time, and I think that everything was executed perfectly. Shout out to the TEDx team. They were very poised. They were very easy to work with. So I really appreciate working with them, and I've always appreciate working with our team. They are exceptional, and it's been a great
Jasmine's trying to sneak in there. Oh, okay, everybody sneak.
Y'all been main characters all day.
Cut!
Why is it giving adults?
We're out. Peace.